This is the first time in the history that we have the triple jumper in the studio of Ostrava Golden Spike. I would like to welcome Christian Taylor, who is the reigning Olympic champion in triple jump and also the former world champion. So I'm really glad to be that I can see you here.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for your time. Thanks for having me.
It's interesting link that you are 24-year-old. You'll be 25 this
Yes.
year. And the triple jump is coming back to Ostrava after 24 years.
Yeah, my whole
as well.
lifetime. Yeah.
So, in fact, you couldn't be here even before because it wasn't possible.
Yes. Yeah. No, I think it's very special. Obviously, I have good memories of the city itself. But to hear the history and to hear that, 24 years old, my whole lifetime, that, there hasn't been another triple jump here, then it makes it a lot more special. And for me, the challenge for me is to bring a good enough show so they say, okay, we need to have the triple jump here next year and in many more years to come.
That would be great.
Yes, yeah.
Maybe the next motivation is also the trophy because athletes really like it and you also want one at home.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I got to hold it and take some pictures with it, and it's very special. We don't get many trophies like this. Everything is about medals, and that's every 2 years or every 4 years. Maybe if you go to a small meet, you get a ribbon. And so to hold a trophy, to feel that weight again, it's very special.
Yeah, this would be great. I hope you'll win it.
Yeah, thank you very much.
I heard that you live in Netherlands now.
Yes.
Is that true?
Yes, that's true. The last 2 years I was in England, and now my coach has got a job with the Dutch Federation, and so I've moved over to the Netherlands, and it's actually been a very smooth transition. I'm very happy there, and the weather's very nice. It's the land of the tulips, so I spend a lot of time outside. It's just a different atmosphere altogether. I'm at the Olympic Training Center, and so it's a lot of people with the same mindset, working towards Rio, and I think that really pushes me day in, day out.
So you're not homesick, not missing your family and...
Well, yeah, of course, that definitely happens all the time. But I'm lucky in April I got to go back to Florida and spend some time with my family, spend some time in the sun, because it wasn't that warm yet in the Netherlands, but they understand that I'm chasing my dreams, and they also come to the championships and support me and come to meets here and there also.
Can you describe for our fans and viewers who is Christian Taylor? We know that you already achieved so many things, titles, your personal best is so good, 1804. Can you describe for us how are you? Who are you?
Who am I?
Yeah.
Well, I'm a movie nerd. I'm very into movies. I skateboard a lot. So that's kind of like my private life. But I'm just someone that's very driven. I'm just someone that's very passionate and hungry. I have so much joy in track and field, and even outside of competing in track and field, I love just watching. If I can go to someone's trials, the last 2 years I went to the British trials, and I just got to watch a lot of my teammates compete, and I'm such a fan of the sport. I'm really a nerd, and so to see like Radisha walking around and to see a lot of the athletes that I've grown up watching and in awe of, to see them in the same hotel, and I kind of go home and I brag, and I'm like, yeah, I'm eating in the same cafeteria as Bolt or Ashton Eden, and just things like that. People that seem like celebrities to them. I'm like, yeah, I brush shoulders with them, so I guess I can be a little nerd in that way.
It's interesting that even the Olympic champion, because you are Olympic champion, is kind of keen on Usain Bolt, that you also take him as a celebrity.
Yeah, absolutely. What he's doing for the sport is it's phenomenal, and it's bringing eyes. So I'm grateful for that, because the more people we can get to the track, the more claps we get, and the farther we jump. So I'm definitely excited when he's around, because the whole energy of the stadium really rises. But to see a lot of the athletes, like I said, that I grew up watching and to be shoulder to shoulder with them, sometimes competing with them, which is a little difficult, because I really look up to them and I respect them, but at the same time I need to beat them. But yeah, that could be a lot of fun.
Now I have a really mean question for you, because you said you're a sports nerd.
Yes.
But it looks to me like you're more like athletic. nerd or
Yeah,
fan. Yeah.
yeah,
Do you
yeah.
also follow other sports? Because my question is, there was the World Ice Hockey Championships in Czech Republic
Yes.
recently.
Yeah.
So did you know about it? Or?
To be honest, no, not at all. I'm big. I live in Florida, and so I'm big into like the summer activities. I can ice skate if that helps a little bit,
Can
but
you?
but hockey, I can't say I know any hockey athletes. But yeah, in the U.S., I'm a big fan of American football, and being in England, there's obviously that influence of correct football, soccer as we call it. But I never actually picked up on a team or followed anyone, so unfortunately, I can't say much about the ice hockey.
Oh, maybe if the Golden Spike was a couple of days earlier,
Yeah.
you could have even met some ice hockey players in this hotel because they were staying in
Oh,
this
okay.
hotel.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Can you tell me something about your goals this year and like overall goals of your career because you're still very young?
Yes.
Do you focus the world record of Jonathan Edwards or what is your main goal?
Yeah, if I'm going to be absolutely honest, my coach and I, we have a 4-year process, and it's all about from Olympics to Olympics. You know, after one Olympics is done, it's about recovering, rebuilding, a stronger, smarter, faster athlete. And so, I like to talk about the world record. I like to talk about the 18-meter barrier, but in actuality, my real focus is just being the best. Whether it's that day, whether it's the Olympics. The Olympic Games it's one night, it's one moment, and I've been very fortunate to be the best man on that day, and 2 weeks later I can go and get second and third, and unfortunately that person has beat the Olympic champ, but I get to hold on to that medal for the rest of my lifetime. But when it comes to the world record, yes, it's definitely a goal. It's a life goal. Since I put on triple jump spikes, that's who I said I want to beat, and I have so much respect for the distance, for the man. And it's obviously it's not easy. It's stood for 20 years, and so with the anniversary being this year, I think it would be the icing on the cake to go out there and break it. But I find myself getting so focused on numbers and so focused on the perfect technique, the perfect moment, and now I've realized, just like Doha, it just has to happen. I just have to be in that competitive atmosphere, bring out that animal nature, and really just go, and whatever happens, happens. I didn't think I even jumped 18 meters in Doha. I got up and I knew it wasn't enough to win, and so I thanked the crowd, and I just really just enjoyed the moment. But to see it pop up on the board, I said, well, wow, it can be done, and I didn't even realize it happened. And so I think having that support, and I've seen pictures of the meeting before, and a lot of people come out, and I'm really excited to just really put on a show and get people behind me, because I think that really fuels me to do things that I didn't even know was possible.
We are curious about your result, of course. And last question, because you're very talkative and very good looking, so maybe I guess Jonathan Edwards personally as well. Do you think of a similar career in the future, like in the TV or media?
To be honest, I really don't think so. I think I'm going to go back to just watching athletics, going to the competitions, and I see him as a celebrity, and I don't know if I'm ready for that lifestyle. I like to just kind of just be low key and just go in, and I don't really think about myself, on that stage, and maybe it's because I have so much respect for him and what he's done and what he's doing still. But media-wise, no, I just love to talk, and I think I'm a people's person, so I love interacting and meeting new people and hearing stories. But we'll see. Yeah, I can't put any boundaries on, so.
Exactly. Thank you very much for the interview.
Thank you very much.
Good luck this season.
Thank you.